Well, I'm just going to just go ahead and assemble a bench so you can see how easy it is to put it together. Everything that you need to put together is just the Allen wrench is the only tool that is needed. Just take my benches off. I like to, I really like this bag. This bag, this cotton bag, is small and insignificant. It really serves a great purpose. I strongly suggest to never ever discard this bag, but to, after you get done using it, to just reattach to the handle, because who knows when you need this. So I also have two different color bolts. I have a silver bolt, or just whatever you can get in your model. You're going to get two different bolts, and the purpose of changing the colors is because the top has longer bolts, and it's just easy not to grab the wrong bolt. So what you're given is you're given two different kinds of rungs. You're given a narrow rung and a wide rung. And so it's best to just start off with your narrow rung, and you don't need to tighten anything. You just can be able to just assemble it by hand and finger tight your rungs because it's going to come up square when you tighten it up at the end. So I've found that the fastest and the easiest way to do this is to start with my narrow rungs and make sure that I line up my ends. And repeat this process once. So I'll just have this together, and I'll just set it aside and start over again using the narrow rung, and just slide it in and start my little bolts. The beauty of it, of the bench, is the fact that when it's tightened, the joinery just transfers the weight all around the whole frame. And so even though it's lightweight and just a skeleton of a structure, it can really hold just substantial amount of weight. So never doubt how much weight you can put on this little bench. I've already had pictures of having like 1,500 pounds of roofing shingles on one. Okay, so now I've got my narrow rungs done. So now I'll just start with my wide rungs. I guess I want to encourage you that it doesn't take that long to put together and take apart, and I think for everyone they'll choose, just how much they're going to make it affordable. I know that once it gets set together, you'll probably never take it apart unless you're really going to go somewhere, but it's just the fact that you can put it away or take it with you on retreats, just lends itself to a whole bunch of uses. I have one screw here hiding. So I've found that after I assemble it together just by hand, then I just take my Allen wrench And I just go ahead and tighten all the bolts on each 4 legs. Takes nothing. I really enjoy this poplar. I enjoy making the bench frames out of poplar wood. It's a nice, straightforward wood with grain patterns that are really simple and common. They don't flare out and cause issues. It's also an extremely durable wood. It's actually a hardwood. So if you want to think of poplar, you can think in terms of old hardwoods. And then my last leg here. So now I'm done. All right. Set this down. I'm just going to slide this table over a little bit. Remember that. Then comes the top. You have two extra rungs. And then they just fit together. Then you have your long bolts, since they need to travel a little bit deeper. Again, you can just start them by hand. And tighten. Oops. Tighten and I'm done. Here's my last bolt. Okay, now this is basically, what you've got. I have to tell you that I started this off with my piano work. And this structure just alone is incredibly useful. And I personally like to put like a piece of fabric on top and then refinish pianos, and so I can set things on here. And if I have a soft fabric or a thick fabric that's protective, then I can set anything on here that I want. I'm trying to find a level part of the floor. But that's it. That's the basic structure. And then, like I say, just the frame. The frame will just fit right over the perimeter of the structure. And then be sure to put my Allen wrench back in there. And I'm ready to go.